Good morning and welcome to my channel. Hopefully it's not too bad today. I feel like I've caught yet another cold, but hey, it's okay. I don't know what creates the urge to shop. I don't know if there's a feeling that you get. It must like release some endorphins or something, because this last couple of weeks I've done a lot of shopping and it's all good. I mean, I'm happy. I don't know when I'm going to stitch it all, but I'm happy. I've received some orders in, so I have a lot of haul, acquisitions, whatever to show. So we'll get to that in a minute. First, I will show you some of the stitching that I've done. I'll start with something I am not enjoying, so I haven't gotten a whole lot done on, and that is my Prairie Schooler 2017 Santa. I really like this Santa, and I may stitch him again, but I really don't like this fabric. This is that Davos, and it's an 18 count. I don't like the way it stitches. I am doing this over one, and I think it's 2 over 1. And there he is. I got a little bit more done on the dove in his pocket and a little bit more white in the polar bear. But I'm afraid that's about it before I put this down and let something else call my name. I'm actually also trying to like reorganize a little bit. I want to move some of my craft stuff, and I don't know. So that's going to be taking up quite a bit of my time because I have a lot to do. And then, this is in no particular order because I'm pretty much, this is what I just worked on a little bit last night. And that's Oh Holy Night by Stony Creek. And Kay's cross stitch is almost done with this. And I'm just starting it. And I was really enjoying myself. But I was working on it kind of late and my eyes went a little bit buggy. I think when you see this, you'll understand why. It's on a piece of 18 count Aida that I hand dyed myself. So it's kind of dark fabric, and it's purple. And of course the colors that I'm working on are like antique violet and violet. So, but it's coming in, and I'm going to be doing more of the baby Jesus's blanket and maybe a sheep, which will lighten that up hopefully and make it easier for me to see and stitch. There's that hope. So that was fun, and I'm probably going to continue with that a little bit. Let me see. And so the bulk of my stitching, I shouldn't say the bulk, because I actually have a start and a finish this month. So, but most of the stitching other than that I've been doing is ink circles, Dragons of Sumatra, because I really like this piece. I really, really enjoy working on this. And it's coming along really well. Let's see if I can hold it back. So I got all the way over to the end of this, and somehow I miscounted it because I've got that much extra fabric on the end. So let's hope I'm not stitching it the wrong way, or that I at least have enough to get all the way down. But I think I do. So I'm doing this in shades of red and green. And this is 1 over 1, except for the dragons, which any dragons on this piece I'm going to do 2 over 1. And as you can see, I'm going to be adding beads and sequins to it. But for the most part, I'm just enjoying the stitches. I just did some of it just to see how it goes. And since the last time, I've gotten quite a bit done. And I really like the way it's coming out. And yeah, and it kind of gives me a Christmassy feel simply because it's red and green. So I don't know. But this is a very fun stitch. And it does feel like mini finishes when you get through the different medallions and stuff. Some of them are quite heavy stitching though. And that one red flower, I think I picked it out like 4 times. And it still has a mistake in it. And finally I just said, the heck with it. I'll make it work. And I did make it work, so it's all good. Trying to let my hair grow out. And it's fine hair and it's thin hair. And the last person who cut my hair did a horrible job. I mean, the worst haircut I've had in years and years. So, needless to say, I have to find someplace else to go to get my hair cut, and I have to let some of the mess that she made of my hair fill in before anybody else is going to be able to cut it right. I don't know. Why do we do that to ourselves? Sometimes I think I'd be better off just putting a bag over my head and forgetting about it. Just saying. Okay, so finishes. That was all the whips I have in progress, right? Well, not in progress. I have tons of whips. But those are the ones that I worked on outside of these finishes. And I did finish Halloween Meow, and I love it. I love how it came out. I haven't fully finished it yet, but I do love it. And so that's what it looks like finished. This is an Alessandra Adelaide. And I don't have the pattern anymore because it's already on its way to the UK to D, Black Cat. I hope that she likes it. I know she loves cats as much as I do. So that's what this looks like. And I think I'm going to finish it into a wall hanging. I just have to find the right fabrics for it. But this was a lot of fun. I'm very happy with that. And if my cat Spike was around, I would hold him up and let you see him. So, the other stitch that I started in November was out of the Spring 2017 Stony Creek Cross Stitch Collection book. And you may or may not remember that I just got these magazines, and I saw this one. And last year I made a journal cover for my uncle who's in his 80s. And it was an English Shepherd that looks like my dog Rowdy, because I got Rowdy from my uncle. So this year I found this in the Stony Creek magazine, and it's If You Have a Garden and a Library, You Have Everything You Need. And he was an editor of Women's Wear Daily in Manhattan, and he did a lot of public relations work. And he's just written a book, too, that at 84, he wrote a book that was just published. Let me see if I have it here. I'll show it to you. It was just published on Amazon. And my maiden name was Hammond, so it's James T. Hammond. And it's called Echoes, Mohawk Valley Echoes. And this is about his life in the Mohawk Valley when he was growing up, stories he remembers and the such. And it's Depression era. And the back of it says, this story is the adventures of a wayward, callow boy growing up during the Great Depression in a beautiful valley while portraying both the trials and triumphs facing America's greatest generation. It portrays the bread and butter lives of families living in a small town before child-centered schools. Back when food, gasoline, and essentials were rationed, the postman came twice daily, and together everyone faced hard times. The story is simple. Not to bore you with a preponderance of history nor an excess of folklore, but to enlighten by portraying an authentic odyssey while underscoring a glimmering of innocence, an inkling of goodness, a twinkling of humor, and a flickering of hope. And this boy here was my father, Jack. And it's actually got a really nice sized font. It's entertaining reading, but it is his memoirs of growing up in the Mohawk Valley. So that is who I stitched, because he reads a lot, he gardens, he's got some amazing gardens. But this is what it looks like. It does have a few of my own artistic license areas, but I stitched this up. I'm not sure how I'm going to finish it for him. I may just put it in a little frame, a very simple kind of rustic frame, that a little, one that sits on a shelf. I think that he would enjoy that. So, and that's not bad for a man who's 84 years old, I think. He just published that book. So, if you're interested, I will try to remember to link the book below. And he's selling it on Amazon. And it's also available in Kindle. Like I said, not bad for a man in his 80s. So, that was the extent of my stitching in the last couple of weeks. It's not the extent of my shopping. I mailed a few things out, so a few things went out of my house, but not as much as came in. I need to figure out that balance. One thing I bought that just caught my fancy, and I have no idea when I'm going to start it, because it's another huge design, and I think this is from AliExpress.com store. I think I bought this on eBay actually, and now I can't remember where I got it. Not eBay, Etsy. Anyway, it was a PDF download, so I downloaded it and printed it myself. And this is the picture. It's Anki Coleman Designs cross stitch. And the picture's a little blurry, but that's probably my printer. And it's called Evening Rehearsals. And this reminds me so much, of a time when Christmas was Christmas. You went to church and you did your rehearsals for your choir concerts. And, people had potluck dinners, and you went Christmas caroling, and there were bonfires at night, and you went sledding. I mean, not that I lived back in the days where horses were still on the street and people rode in sleds. Although I have to say, I don't know about you, but I would have loved to have lived back then. I mean, I wouldn't have wanted, at any time, I would never want to be poor. And I understand, outhouses are outhouses. But it was just such a simpler time where communities were communities. And I really miss that. And that's, I think, what spurred me to buying this cross-stitch pattern, was just the whole idea of nostalgia. Anyway, that'll be fun if I ever get to it. And then, oh my goodness, I got a couple of orders in from 123 Stitch. And I also placed an order at Down Sunshine Lane. Because Priscilla and Chelsea, who, yes, I watch, I really like, they're going to be doing this Country Cottage Needleworks for Snowfall as a winter stitch, and they're going to start it in December for around Chelsea's birthday, which I think is the 28th of December. And I only remember that because my late husband's birthday was December 27th. So Christmas time was always a very big affair. I can remember he was one of 9, and I would do, after his mother passed, I did a lot of Christmas parties in my house, and the whole family would come, and we would have children, and we would have brothers and sisters, and it was just a lot of fun. And because it was my husband's birthday on the 27th, we had extended, because it was a Christmas birthday extravaganza, and the 26th, the day after Christmas, we always called Tweener Day, because it was the day between Christmas and Ted's birthday. And so it was another party day. And we always had a really good time. And if you go and you watch Priscilla and Chelsea's video where they talk about this, there's also a discount for people buying this. And I don't know if it's still available or not. But it's set up so you can get it with the fabric and the threads too. And I didn't get the fabric, but I did buy the threads. And it's a very good deal. And I'm looking forward to starting this. I don't know if I'm going to start it on the 28th or if I'm going to start it on the 27th in honor of my husband. Because he was definitely an outdoor kind of guy. And he would have really liked the thought of the little animals cozying up and gathering around. So while I bought that, I also bought, she had this for sale, the Primitive Needle, a Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine. And I have wanted to get a copy of this for a long time. And this is the first one I've seen. And it's really beautiful. It has great paper quality. And I'm sure somebody's done a flip through of it already. But it has a lot of designs in it that I really like. Oh my goodness. I had a shopping. Some of this stuff has been coming for a while. So from Charting Creations in Canada, I ordered, because this was my debacle with my Simply Meant to Be, where I had to restart it. And I ran out of fabric for the right size. So this is 25 count easy guide in an 18 by 27 inch. Yep. When you do big projects, you need to have a little bit of a stockpile. Because when you run out, it is panic time. And let's see. Oh my goodness. I think this was an eBay. Yep, this is eBay. This is from Liberty Primitives and Needlework in Roanoke, Virginia. You know, it's great to watch Floss Tube, but man, I get enabled. And I saw somebody's video where they were stitching this midnight watch, and they said that it was out of publication, and I've always loved this design. So I went on eBay to see if I could find it, and I did find it. This is the card that I got, a Thanksgiving card, which I think is really cool and will go in one of my journals. And then this is the information on Liberty Needlework on eBay. And I will try to remember to put the link below. If not, I'm trying to hold it up there so you can see it long enough. And along with that midnight watch, which is a Blackbird Designs chart, they sent me a freebie. And it is actually 2 freebies. Yeah. And I got Midnight Watch for $9. It was a very good buy. But they sent me a Halloween one, a Halloween freebie, and a Christmas holly freebie. So, very nice to do business with. You know, freebies always make you think people pay special attention. So that made me very happy. Putting everything back in the envelopes. See, I wanted to start some stuff, but until I showed it, I don't give myself permission to start it. So I just try to keep it all in the packages it came in. Not always possible. Oh, and then I placed an order with Joyful Expressions. Sandra. I really like some of her charts, and I printed these. They were PDFs. And I got 2 charts. One is a benediction from a Lutheran service, and I'm not going to take it out of the plastic because I was fighting with it. But that's what that looks like. And then I also got the clean heart, Psalm 51, verse 10. So I'm looking forward to starting those, but I'm only starting them after I finish His Name is Jesus, which I also is a free pattern, also from Joyful Expressions website. And if you haven't seen that, you should really go take a look. And I will try to remember to link her site below too. But when I ordered the charts, she was having needle minders. She had some needle minders up. So then you'll be able to see her. No, she doesn't have her website on there. I'll try to remember to link it. But those are the needle minders that I bought. And she has the very strong magnets on them too, so it's all really nice. The floral one says, "The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still." And then, "For this child I have prayed, and I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me," is the bottle cap one at the bottom. And this is my mantra. Believe me, when I get into a bind or into a tight spot, or I need to do something that I don't feel I have the strength for, but that I know I have to do, that I say out loud. Sometimes I scream it out loud. But I get through every time. So that was my Joyful Expressions order. And now I can use them. I stitch in hand, so needle minders don't always work for me, but there are times where I will clip the magnets on something else just to set my needle down. Because I can't tell you how many times I have wound up putting the needle in my mouth while I do something and then searching for the needle because I can't remember what I did with it. That's pretty dumb. And then from Amazon, I just bought another. This is, again, running out of the size fabric that I needed. I bought Magic Guide Ada. This is 18 count. And I just bought that from Amazon. And I think it came from the UK. But it had free shipping. So that worked for me. Let's see. I think the only thing, the only thing I have left are my 1, 2, 3 stitch orders. And I'll tell you, when I do things, I don't do them halfway. I am an all or nothing kind of girl. Although, I have to admit, I don't buy all the beads and all the fancy fibers and stuff all the time. But I do buy some of them. Okay, I don't know, one of my previous videos I showed where I bought the strawberry fields, which was a sampler, kind of in the, trying to think, honoring the Beatles song, Strawberry Fields. Well, now I've got Yellow Submarine, and I still want to get Octopussy. I don't have that one yet. Octopus Garden. I think that'll be fun. So that's a blackbird design. And I just want the Octopus Garden one. It's really the only other one I want. That'll give me 3 of the 4. I think there's 4. And then I bought 3 pieces of 32 count antique white Joblin. And I bought a piece of 32 count water lily. And I got those, the water lily I got, I think, for I'm not sure. Maybe I didn't get it for this one. Anyway, I bought Nora Corbett's Letters from Nora, and this is Heather. She's the H fairy, and as I showed you when I showed you my uncle's book, my maiden name is Hammond, and I thought I would stitch this up for my brothers, and they would have their H monogram. I have 2 brothers, one in Texas and one in Florida. So I thought they would like that. And then I bought, are you ready? Around my house, the only thing I haven't found are white hydrangeas and red hibiscus. But I bought Nora Corbett's pansy, because I plant pansies all around my house and they come back in my rock garden every year, and I love pansies. And I bought fern, because I have ferns on the north side of my house that are beautiful and they come back every year. So I'm envisioning a wall of these. And over there with the ferns and the white hydrangeas, I have lilies of the valley. And they're beautiful, and they actually come around from the north side of my house into the front of my house. So, and I already have the bleeding heart one, because I get a lot of bleeding hearts too. And so that's what I think I'm going to do, is I'm going to do a wall of all of the perennial flowers that I so enjoy and look forward to every year. I still need to get lilac. I have roses too, but we'll see. But these are the ones that I chose to start with. And then along with those, I bought beads and krynic and invisible thread, which I don't know if I'll use. I just saw that it was, you know, you iron it and it's fusible, so I figured I would try it. And I did buy a few of the number 6 glass pony beads, because I don't have size 6 glass pony beads. And then I also, I have an outstanding order for more of these. But I bought the Little House Needleworks Hometown Holiday Series. I want to do these as individual pieces. My camera reached its limit for one filming, so I bought these, and the rest of them are coming, and they've just been out of stock on and off. So this is the Carolyn Quartet, and this is the, what is it? Sweet Shop. And if you, sometime I'll have to take a walk through Cambridge and show you what one of these small towns looks like. And there's the firehouse. And there's the pet shop. And I've got Grandma's house. I have a few more coming. I just haven't received the shipment yet. But I'm going to do those on a blue fabric that I tea stain over dye. Actually, I think I got Stormy Clouds coming from an order, so I was going to check that and see if maybe I could tea stain that a little bit to dim it down. And we'll see. I'm not sure what it will look like in person when it comes. So the other thing I did was, if you saw my Facebook post on Stitch Mania, I found a L&S, and it's about 25 minutes from my house, and it's over by the Equinox Mountain in Vermont on a historic Route 7A. And Deb is a really nice person. They don't allow pictures taken in their shop because they're protecting copyright on patterns, and I understand that, so I can't show it to you. But it's a very small place, and I bought some stuff from her. I bought some 18 count light blue Aida, and this feels like really good Aida. And then I also bought a Lizzie Kate Quick Kit Thanksgiving. It's got the Thanksgiving turkey on it. And I also bought Country Cottage Snowy Friends. I think it's Snowy Friends. Yep, Snowy Friends. Because I thought that was really cute. And I also bought a Mill Hill Spring Bouquet, an Easter one. I thought that was really cute. And then, because she had all of these flosses, and I usually Don't get in trouble with fancy fiber because I don't ever look at it. She had a whole bunch, all the different kinds. And I know one thing that I couldn't find was coffee bean, but I did get, let's see, what was it? Cocoa bean. So that was cocoa bean. And I did buy an, see if I can find it. I did buy cinders, which is beautiful. And that's the sampler threads, the Gentle Arts. And I also bought from Gentle Arts Royal Purple. Isn't that gorgeous? And I know this was one I was looking for along with coffee bean, and that is spinach. And then Weeks Dye Works, I bought carrot and juniper. I figured with all of the Christmas stuff and the snowmen, those two colors could come in handy. So that's what I bought from my L&S, and it's called the Bat and Kill Stitchery. And I don't think she has an online shop. She has a lot of stuff. It's mostly needlepoint, which is cool. I couldn't believe how expensive needlepoint canvases are. Oh my goodness. Whew. But I am going to take a class there this Sunday, so I'll tell you all about that. It's making a stand-up, and it's a snowman. And I haven't done needlepoint since I took a mini course in like 8th grade maybe. So I was what, maybe 13, 14 years old? I'm 58, almost 59. Do the math. Anyway, I'm looking forward to that a lot. And I've been looking at some online YouTube videos about needlepoint, and I am really looking forward to this. So here we go. Another hobby to pick back up. Oh my goodness. So that was my haul, which I think was pretty impressive. And I don't know, she does have, she did give me this. So if you live in Vermont, or even in eastern New York, that is the Bat and Kill Stitchery. And you can Google, put your zip code, go to Google, your Google bar, and put in Needlework shops near, and put your zip code in. And you'll be surprised, it does come up with things near you. So, I think my plan, I don't really have a plan. I do know that there is a sale that starts, I think, December 1st about working on series in cross stitch finish line, serial stitching. And I may start the hometown holiday stuff during that stitch along. And I also want to do a couple of this, maybe that Lizzie Kate Thanksgiving snippet, and put that in a small frame that I could put on my buffet table for Thanksgiving dinner. Not that I'm having a lot of people. My daughter's invited one family who's not doing Thanksgiving until Sunday, when her friend's mother and father are back in town. So she's invited them to come for Thanksgiving dinner, which is nice because I kind of miss having the big dinners. Because without that family, it would be my daughter and my 2 granddaughters and me. So that adds 5 people to the mix, which is fun. And for the first time ever, after doing years and years of these super huge family parties, I bought myself a countertop roaster. I bought it at Walmart, so they had them for $25. It will hold up to a 20-pound turkey. And I am so looking forward to roasting my turkey outside of the oven so I can fit all my other things in the oven without having to try to figure out how to juggle it all time-wise. What took me so long? Probably technology. I don't know. Anyway, I hope that you have great plans for Thanksgiving. And if not, I just hope that you're thankful and blessed. Well, blessed. I think we're all thankful for something. I have many blessings. And the Floss Tube community is one of those blessings. I am greatly blessed by Floss Tube. I appreciate having a venue to show my work, to document the things that I'm working on, and to, I guess it's communing with like-minded people. Always a fun thing. And I just posted a video on my Kelly Bell channel showing how I build the structure for I did a Christmas photo book this time. Let me see, it's behind me. I wasn't sure I was going to show it, but I haven't finished it. Right now, this is what it looks like. It's actually a Ronzoni pasta box, and it's really still the box shape. I just cut the bottom and the top off and then split one side. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these. I'm thinking I'm going to do a magnetic flap here. It's not covered yet, but in my video I show how I put my journal pages in and also how I attach my photo pages and pockets. I don't show the detail so much of decorating them as how I do the inserts. So if you're interested, that video is up on my channel that's just called Kelly Bell. So I guess that's it for me today. We're down in the 30s. Like I said, I think I'm catching another cold, so I'm kind of feeling a little puffy and headachy. But other than that, life is good. I hope that life is good for you too. Until next time, happy stitching and God bless. Bye.